Hey everybody, it's Devin and I'm here again with another video. Today's question is, I've always heard people talk about how it's good to diversify your interests, but I've never actually done this. I just spend all day on the computer coding. Do you think it's important to find other interests, or is it okay to focus on one thing? So thank you for this question. This question is great because it touches on an issue that I'm very passionate about, which is individual mastery. I think society really discourages us from being masters at things. We are so distracted by a million things in our lives and all of this content and everything that's coming at us that we want to focus on everything. We want to focus on this thing, this thing, this thing, and it really leads us nowhere. We actually have nothing to provide value to people with because we focus on so many things that we're actually not good at anything. If you think about anything that society respects or pays very highly for, that is a skill that's usually that someone has mastered over a long period of time, like programming. If you're a master programmer, people will pay for that. But if you're a person who just knows a little bit of Java or C++, then they won't pay for that because there are a million people that just know a little bit of that. So mastery is actually something that is very high value, but it's not really respected because in society, we don't respect the practice of things. If you're not good at something, people won't encourage you to keep trying it. But if you're incredibly good at something, that's when people will respect you. So there's a certain period of time, I think, that you have to focus on what you're getting good at before people will actually acknowledge you for it. And I think it's really important that during that time, you really pay them no heed and you don't pay attention to anybody else that's saying, oh, maybe you should focus on something else. If you really enjoy that thing that you're doing, you should be okay focusing on that one thing. In my life, I really only focus on two things that I'm very good at, and that's personal development and self-improvement and business. And those are two really big things, but I really only focus my time and the materials that I read and the content that I absorb on getting better at those things. Now that said, there are other things that I do to support those activities. So I do meditation, I do Tai Chi, I do Qigong, right? These are kind of supporting things, exercise, and all these good health benefits, eating right, that make me better at my primary focuses. But I make sure my primary focuses are those one or two things. And if I get really good at those things, then I might add another thing later. But I will always try to focus on those one or two things that are really the critical movers in my life that will take me to the level that I want to go. So I hope that really helps you. I hope that's a great answer to your question. Thank you very much for submitting it. If you guys have your own questions, then I encourage you guys to post a YouTube comment below or send me a Twitter at Devin Nash or Snapchat, pretty much anything to get a hold of me. All my social media is on the descriptions and it's also on Twitter. So if you come find me, ask me a question. I will answer it here on video for you. It's really excited me to do this. I do want more questions. Any questions you may have on personal development, business, anything like that, let me know. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys next time for the next video.